Today I'm going to share with you 10 things that I did not realize were emotional abuse until I started getting more educated on the topic. This lighting is trash. I'm so sorry. This video is probably going to tank. So sorry. Anyway, let's jump into it right away because I'm losing daylight. It's dark outside. It's not dark outside. If you're new here, my name is Kinsey Rose. I post videos like this every week, so I would love to have you along on the journey. I would love to have you on our healing journey because the more people that heal now, like, we can heal on a collective level, and I love that. So, number 1, being called sensitive. Whenever I brought something up, it was always about my reaction. Like, you're sensitive. Like, down to me being cheated on, mind you. Okay, if you've experienced that, let me know, because that is not normal. When you bring up something that's wrong, and it's all about your reaction, or it's not fair, or they bounce back with something that you did, like, not even related, that is emotional abuse, and that's not okay. Number 2, having to carefully manage their moods. So you become an expert, and this stems from childhood, honestly. Like, if you grew up in a house like this, you probably date people like this. But you have to watch facial expressions and tones and energy shifts. You feel the slightest shift in their energy, and you're anxious as fuck because you don't know what's going to happen. Are they mad at you? Are they annoyed? Are they crabby? Are they going to freak out? That is emotional abuse. You should not have to walk on eggshells managing somebody else's emotions to prevent conflict because you're afraid of conflict. That's not okay. Number 3, apologizing when you did nothing wrong. Okay, over apologizing because everything turns into your fault. I know specifically for me in my abusive relationship, every fight we got into, I ended up apologizing. Even when he tried to cheat on me, or did cheat on me, whatever, still unclear. I'm pretty sure he did. Or like if I was bringing up that I wanted him to drink less because he got aggressive when he drank, it somehow I ended up apologizing at the end of those conversations. I'd be sobbing and apologizing, right? Everything was not their fault. It was my fault. Number 4, feeling anxious when your phone goes off. I have 2 angles for this one. One, when you're not with them and it's them, it's like, are they mad at me? I don't know what I did wrong. Or are they upset? Are they taking something out on me? Are they having a bad day? So I was always anxious when they would text me. But then also, if they were in the room and my phone went off, it was constantly, who's texting you? Who are you talking to? It's another boy. You won't let me see your phone. Let me go through your phone. Your phone is your private space. I do not believe that if you're in a relationship that's trusting, that you have any need to go through people's phones. If you feel the need to go through your partner's phone, wrong partner. That's just my thoughts. Number 5, being guilty for having basic needs, like wanting respect, wanting attention, wanting to know where they're going. Like, I don't think you need to know where somebody's at 24/7, but if they're going to be late or if they're going out at night, like, I don't think it's wrong for you to, like, want to know, you know. Even, like, for me, I wanted emotional support and I've still never had a relationship where I got emotional support, but, like, asking for that is not too much, and you deserve to have that. Like, that is something so valid. You're a human being with human needs, and that is one of them. So I don't think that it's wrong at all to express your needs and have them be met. If they have excuses for why they can't support you, or why they don't want to tell you where they're going, or why, you know, any of those things, that's a big red flag. Like, that's not okay. You deserve to have those needs met. Number 6 is slowly losing parts of myself. And I think we all can relate to this. If you're watching this, you've obviously been through a not great relationship, and I'm so sorry for that. But you lose yourself, and it doesn't happen all at once. It's like one day you look in the mirror and you're like, man, I used to have hobbies. I used to have friends. I used to see my family. Like, what happened? I know that's how it was for me. Like, eventually I had 0 friends. Like, I had friends, like, when I went to work, but, like, I didn't leave the house. I was with the kids all the time. My family didn't talk to me. You know, like, I had given up on all of my hobby. I used to do, like, epoxy resin art and stuff like that, and, like, gave up on everything just because I just didn't have the drive for my hobbies because I was so depressed, but B, like, that is an abuse tactic that they slowly, and I don't even know if it's always intentional, but, like, they slowly start to isolate you. So then when I was ready to leave, he's like, where are you going to go? You have no one. And he was right. I had no one. Even down to like opinions. Like if you have a differing opinion and you're scared to tell them because you don't want to start a fight or you don't want to be called stupid or dumb or whatever it may be, that's also emotional abuse. You are able to have your own opinions in life, especially with your partner. Like you don't have to agree on everything. And if they have something to say about your opinion being wrong or stupid or whatever, that is emotional abuse. And that is not okay. Number 7, and this one's enough to drive a person insane, but questioning your reality. When you're in a toxic or abusive relationship, you start to question reality and you start to not remember parts of your day, or you start to not remember like if something was a dream or not, or like if something was said or not, or they'll tell you you're crazy and like they'll gaslight you so hard you're like, man, I am crazy. Like, oh my God. That's emotional abuse. That's intentional. They meant to do that. I know there's studies too that like abuse has the same effect on your brain as a traumatic brain injury. It really does mess with your mind, your memory, your like capability to function. So questioning your reality, you're not crazy. You are just going through a toxic relationship. And if that's something that you're experiencing, it's not okay. I know for me in my last relationship, I have severe iron deficiency, okay? And so like, when I say severe, I mean severe. I mean really severe. Like I get like the 3-hour infusions very often. My body just doesn't absorb iron. So, but I thought that like forgetting massive chunks of my day was due to that, which like they say it can be, but like I'm so convinced that it was a relationship that I was in, because now I'm still iron deficient, but I'm not struggling with that aspect anymore. So I really do think that was the problem. I kind of touched on earlier, but feeling responsible for their emotions. So I talked about managing their emotions, but feeling responsible for your partner's emotions. Like, it's not your fault if they come home crabby or upset. Should they be taking it out on you? Absolutely not. But it's not your job to fix that. It's not your job to make them feel better. And I know a lot of freaking men are gonna, like, I've experienced this where men have had a bad day and they're like, I need you to take care of me. You know what I'm talking about. That's not your job. You don't need to do that if you don't want to do that. Like, I could make a whole video on that topic. Especially right now, because I'm going through like sexual assault training for my job. You should never be coerced into anything you don't want to do, even if it's your husband, boyfriend, fiance, partner, whatever. Never. If you decide that you don't want to do it anymore, you are not obligated to finish that task, okay? And it's a task. Number 9, being punished by silence, by withdrawal, or by just distancing themselves. That is emotional abuse. They know what they're doing. They're doing it on purpose. They know that it upsets you, especially if you're somebody who has, because odds are you have anxious attachment or, whatever, a difficult childhood, which leads to toxic relationships, right? We know there's a connection. Especially if you've expressed like, hey, this is really bothering, like I need just reassurance, or I need whatever. Like if you're mad, can you just do this? And like, in my case, they're like, oh yeah, that's a great idea. I'll start communicating better with you about it. And like, then the same cycle keeps happening, right? Like my ex constantly told me he was working on things. He was going to change. Promise you I'm working on it. I'm going to be different. And like that went on for a year and he never became any different. So, yeah, being responsible for another person's emotions, it's not your fault. It's not your fault to keep them, or it's not your job. It's not your job to keep them happy. It's not your job to make sure that they're feeling okay. It's not your job to make sure that, they had a good day, or that if they had a bad day, it's not your job to fix it. You are responsible for managing your own emotions and, regulating your own emotions. It's not your job to do that for a partner as well. That's crazy. I'm losing daylight so fast. And number 10, you feel more peace when they're gone than you do when they're home. I know towards the end of my abusive relationship, anytime he was home, at the end, I either was in another room avoiding him, I was silent, my stomach was in knots, I lost so much weight because I was so anxious, I was so afraid. So that's not normal. If that's how you feel, like, leave. Find a way to leave. I will add resources down below, but like that's not something that you should be feeling or experiencing. You deserve to, like, be excited when they come home and get, like, hugs and kisses and attention. Like, you deserve that. And I know I talked a lot about, like, referring to, like, the abuser as he. That's just because I'm a woman and that's what I've experienced. I 100% understand that women can also be the aggressors. So I'm not trying to say that they're not. I'm just speaking from, like, things that I've went through in my own traumas and past and experience and whatever. But yeah, that's 10 things that I did not realize were emotional abuse until I got out of the situation. If you have any to add, please add them below. Like, let's all help each other out. Let's all give each other tips and tricks on how to get out of these. Or, like, sometimes it's not safe for you to leave a relationship right away, so sometimes you have to find ways to manage these things while you're still in it until you are in a place where you can leave. Again, I will link resources down below. If you do need help, please know that there's help out there. I know it's scary, but it's not impossible. If I could do it as a single mom with 4 children and I almost lost my life and I had to start from nothing with $0, 0 house, 0 anything, you can do it too. And there's help out there, so please do not feel stuck. Everybody in this community wants to help you. Other than that, please subscribe. I'll be posting every week. So yeah, let's just build community. All right. See you in the next one.